A lot of players, they're always asking me, what grip should I use for my forehand and backhand? Should I use Eastern, Western, semi-Western, Continental, Tyler? Which grip should I use? And any other coaches, they'll tell you right now, oh, well, you should use bevel 2 or bevel 3 or put your index thumb on the right corner and get the square root of that and that's your grip. No, I don't teach grips. I don't teach grips at all. I do whatever feels comfortable. Hey everyone, my name's Tyler from Universal Rackets, and today we're going to go over tennis grips for your forehand and your backhand. We're going to go over which is the best grip for you. And once again, I don't teach grips. I'm not going to tell you right now, oh, well, you want to use Eastern grip. Put your base knuckle and heel pad on bevel number 3. No, we're not going to do that. What do? You're going to start straight ahead, and all you're going to do is for your forehand right now, you're going to tilt your racket downwards. Once again, if you're new to tennis and you want to get a good grip, all you're going to do is you're going to tilt your racket downwards. I want you to think that this is the racket face of your racket, right? This is the face of your racket. You always want to make sure your racket face is tilted downwards, okay? So if my racket face is this way, continental, it's not tilted downwards. I want to make sure my racket face is tilted downwards. Now, why do you want to make sure your racket face is tilted downwards? Because think, if it's tilted upwards, when I hit the ball, watch what's going to happen. It's going to go super long, so that's why you want to tilt your racket face downward. Now, the next reason why you want your racket face downward is because when you hit, it's going to brush the back of the ball. By tilting your racket face downward now, if it's straight, look, I'm not going to get the back of the ball. By tilting it downward, now I'm going to be able to come up the back of the ball. The more you come up the back of the ball, what does that mean? That means you're going to get topspin. And remember, if you play with spin, you're going to get the ball in and you're probably going to win. So tilt the strings downward so you can brush the back of the ball. Now, how far down do I want to tilt? I like to say, again, whatever feels comfortable. The more you tilt the racket face downward, the more spin you're going to get, but it's going to be more difficult to get certain types of balls. So for your normal shot, I would go between a continental, which is straight, and a full Western, which is fully down. I would go in between. I like personally using a semi-Western grip, but how did I learn my semi-Western grip? I didn't start with a semi-Western grip. I just tilted the racket down. I kept on playing, and this felt the most comfortable for me. Different players, they have different flexibility in their wrist, they have different feel, they have different preference. It's like Coke or Pepsi. What do you like? As long as your strings are tilted down, you're good to go wherever it feels comfortable. Now, if you're picking up the game of tennis, you don't want to be in a full Western grip. So if I'm hitting this backhand, we did a lot of forehand references, I don't want my strings facing all the way down. Also, I don't want my strings facing straight like this. For continental grip, unless you're doing a volley or a slice, for your normal shot, you don't want to do continental. That's so old school. It's way back before I was even born or YouTube was even a thing. So I want you to make sure that you keep your strings between, again, straight, which is technically continental, and facing downwards. Anywhere in between is okay. Now, again, the more I tilt the strings downward, the more I'm going to get topspin. So much spin that the ball is going to go right in the net. But the less I tilt my strings downward, I'm going to be able to get a little bit more power. I'm going to be able to hit through the ball. So again, think, the more you tilt it down, the more spin you're going to get. The more you open up your face, the more through the ball that you're going to hit. I personally like to change up my grip sometimes. If I'm back here, all the way back at the baseline, I want to hit a big loopy ball. Maybe I'll tilt it down a little bit more, okay? Also, if I'm up close to the baseline or service line or net, I'm going to tilt maybe the strings down because what? Then I can really grip the ball and have it dive in with a tons of spin. If I'm back here, if I have any balls like right inside the baseline around here, I'm going to open up my strings. The reason why I'm going to open up my strings a tiny bit, maybe go more towards, let's say, an Eastern grip, is because what? Now I'm going to be able to flatten out my shots and I'm going to be able to hit through the court. So I'd recommend going out on court and just trying all these different grips. Try tilting your racket down and see how it feels, okay? When I start out with every single person that I used to work with when I taught tennis, I would tell them, just tilt the racket downward, see how it feels. And then if you don't like it or feels awkward, okay, then let's maybe tilt a little bit more up. The more up you tilt the racket, the better it's probably going to be. Many players, they like closer to an Eastern or continental grip. The more you tilt it down, the weirder it's going to feel. The more you tilt it up, probably the better it's going to feel. Throughout the years, I have gravitated from a Western, the semi-Western grip, to now I am easing off it and going to more an Eastern grip. So again, go through all your grips. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite grip? Let me know if this helps you. Make sure to subscribe to me. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. See you guys next time on court. Have a good one. Happy hitting. And remember, don't worry about the bevels. Just tilt the racket down and find your grip.